The mountain views outside the city of Quetzaltenango, Guatemala, are breathtaking. Located about 120 miles west of Guatemala City, Quetzaltenango is along a well-traveled route that leads many people through Central America to Mexico and often to the United States. It is also a hub to remote villages where the native Mayan people live in some of the poorest conditions in the Western Hemisphere. Recently, the challenges many young people face in Guatemala became an international horror when 40 young women were killed in a fire at what was supposed to be a children's protection center. The young women set fire to their mattresses to protest the living conditions of the center as they were not being kept safely, but instead being abused. Carly Gonzalez Ronero understands. She's the leader of the Programa ZOE in Guatemala. And this week, she is hosting 19 missionaries from churches from the United States, including a half dozen members of Chapelwood UMC in Houston. The mission team is first given a background on the problems in Guatemala, including human trafficking.
Human trafficking is one of the worst situations that we are experiencing for many different reasons, but the most important one is that it's a good business for people. So Guatemala is, due to its location, it's a bridge between South America, Mexico, and United States. It goes from kidnapping kids from schools. It's in our papers, in the newspaper every week. Here in my town, in Quetzaltenango, people that we know, all of a sudden it will be big in the news that they're just missing.
Chapelwood is sponsoring one of the 6 ZOE groups the mission team is meeting with this week. The group is located in Nueva Concepcion, a village outside San Juan, at an elevation of about 10,000 feet above sea level. Immediately, the team leader, or president, Kimberly, impresses everyone.
I hope you feel happy to be here with us.
Kimberly is precisely the candidate ZOE wants to help. She has already faced personal tragedy, and now, as a single parent and only in her teens, she's working to improve her life. Kimberly shows how she makes and sells tacos door to door and is already receiving profits from those sales. The ZOE model is to teach young people business skills as a group and individually so they can sustain themselves in the years to come.
Kimberly is an outstanding kid for ZOE. The first time I met her, it made an impression on me, even though we have 300 children in the program or more. But she also had a difficult situation in her life that changed her life forever because she was transformed to someone that was left without hope, and she felt that she was not worth it. And that was the time when ZOE came to her life. She has a little boy, and every time she talks about ZOE and her boy, she says, those are the 2 greatest blessings in my life.
Ya no puedo expresarme más porque tengo más, pero no sé, no las puedo expresar.
I don't have words to express my gratitude, but I have a lot of things that ZOE has given me that are very good.
ZOE first began in Africa, where the plight of orphan children is serious. The model of teaching teenagers self-sufficiency by establishing small businesses is an attempt to focus on long-term solutions to end the poverty cycle. Many members of the visiting mission team are young people themselves who are given a chance to interact with the ZOE partners who are similar in age. Cultural and language barriers break down during games like this one, involving something as simple as blowing up and popping balloons. The laughter and the love is shared by everyone. But it's not all fun and games. These youngsters show how they have resale businesses involving shoes and clothes as they go door to door in the village to earn money for themselves. The imagination and the hard work are real. In this ZOE group, a budding seamstress shows how she uses her treadle sewing machine to make beautiful clothes for the people of her village. a village of potato farmers whose families have toiled in these very mountains for centuries. ZOE knows it can't do the work without the partnership from churches like Chapelwood.
Really, you are making a difference in a very remote community. Basically, the more remote the people are, of course, the neediest are the greatest. This is a male society in Guatemala, so basically women are the ones that are left out of any opportunities to work. ZOE, and thanks to Chapelwood, is bringing an opportunity now. They feel now that they are able to achieve anything they want, and ZOE made that possible.
The group shares gifts with the team members, but it's the love shared all week long that these high schoolers are taking back with them to Houston.
A great experience learning from this new system in place for charity that we have. The ZOE model is amazing and just a great experience of meeting new people.
I had absolutely no expectations and I did not know what was happening. I was kind of going in with a blind eye. But that was the beauty of it, and I got to learn a lot, and it was good because I didn't have any expectations, and it was just a learning experience.
It was a great experience, 10 out of 10 experience. I'm so glad I went on this trip. And I know that I'm definitely encouraged to go on more mission trips after this one.
Because ZOE works with kids in the different villages, there's something that happens when our teens are able to interact with them. There's this natural barrier breakdown, and they're able to just be kids together and to love on one another. It's amazing for our students to be able to see how the students here in Guatemala are pushing through any of their obstacles and challenges and continuing to dream.
Change in Guatemala will not happen quickly, but as the ZOE program continues to make differences in young people's lives, there is hope for a new generation.